Nottingham Forest 1, Man United 0. First of all, I was wrong. Didn't think we'd lose today. I thought we'd get a draw. I didn't think we'd win. Never thought we'd win this game, but I thought we'd get a draw, and we've come up short. But I have to say, a draw was there tonight if we had a little bit about us. If we had a little bit about us in an attacking sense, the draw was there. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to get angry. Not because I said I wouldn't, but actually, the things that have been wrong are the same things that can't really be addressed because the quality is just not good enough right now with what we've got. See, Samuel Luckhurst put up 105 million spent on strikers. And look, we got a better XG up front when Harry Maguire's playing there. You know, I got to start with some of the individuals today because actually it was a base level performance. There were some positives. But let's get to the individuals. Let's just get there. The first individual, actually, Ante Elanga cooked us. My guy, he cooked us. No one could keep up with him. He was moving like a dama with flipping end product. It's just ridiculous. Super fast, super direct, and it's like you know how Forest play. You know what they're on. You know what I mean? You know what they're on. Dorgu couldn't keep up. Mazraoui couldn't engage quick enough. Garnacho brushed aside when he tried to slide in, and is a good finish by Elanga, but we just couldn't deal with him. And it was in moments, it was in flashes, but that's exactly what Forest do. They surrender possession. We had 26 shots. That was the only shot they had all game. That was the only thing they done all game, but he cooked us in that moment. I have to say that was a great goal. That's the first individual. The second individual I'm going to get onto now. Well, now I'm going to start getting onto us. Alejandro Garnacho tonight, I don't know what he was doing. This selfishness, this decision-making, his inability to make good choices, to play the right pass, to just do the right thing, to not have the main character syndrome. It's hurting him. It's hurting his development. It's hurting us. And I'm going to judge him at this level because he's playing for us week in, week out. And in the context of this game in 90 minutes, that hurt us. He just wanted to shoot on sight. Every single opportunity he got, he shot. And he was very lucky to stay on the pitch today. That Xerxes' right to be pissed that he came off the bench. He's right. Sorry that he got taken off and Garnacho was on the pitch still 90 minutes. You know? He had one shot that was relatively close. Other than that, they were all main character syndrome. And it's like it's like he's just too interested in GA, bro. Like, pass the ball. Just pass it. Like, not every minute shoot. Every minute shoot on sight. Every minute looking for the headlines, man. Pass the ball. So frustrating tonight. You know, it wasn't like we didn't get into good positions. It wasn't like we didn't have some nice play and some nice bits of build up until the final third, until someone made a bozo decision, that decision. And that was Garnacho. And he does that far too often. Of course, we want to be patient with him. He's 20 years of age. He's been fast-tracked. He's played probably way too many games. Of course, it's not all his fault why Man United are bad. All of these things, like, it's got to be context. But if you're going to talk about Garnacho objectively and consistently, you have to talk about, you know, his lack of improvement in that area of his game. And that's exactly what's been happening with him. There's been no improvement in that specific element of his game. Decision-making. He's quick. He can drop a shoulder. You know, he's got ability. But it's this. It's this. I don't question his hunger and his desire, but his decision-making needs to massively improve. It's hurting. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And is that going to improve anytime soon? And when you see that there were talks with Napoli and there were talks about this and that, this is why you can kind of see why. You know, he had a really, really bad game today. Bruno, listen, he still created chances. Was he good on the ball overall? No, he wasn't. No, he was not by his standards. Well, actually, I say by his standards. That's what Bruno can do. He still created 6 chances. But I ain't going to gloss it up. That's where the stats can be misleading because overall, he didn't have a good game. Wasn't good enough from Bruno again today, especially how well he's been playing in recent weeks. Obviously, he can't save us every single game, but it just goes to show you if he doesn't do something, who else is going to do it? Who else is going to do something? That's why I'm reluctant to really go in on Bruno like that. I do judge him to a different standard because he's the only one who really does save us. But he wasn't great today. But he still created. You know what I mean? I think it will look worse because of the result, but actually, he still contributed to the game. Patrick Dorgu tonight wasn't good. He had a period of the game as well. He just kept giving the ball away, easy passes. And the turnovers, again, that you have against Forest, where you just know what they're on. You know what they're on in transition. We gave it up too many times. Having said that, Onana didn't have a save to make. He had one save from a header, I think, which was offside. And then the goal, like that, which he couldn't really do anything about. Could he have sprung a little bit? Maybe so. I don't know, but not really. Not really. He didn't have a save to make. It was a classic Forest performance this year. This is why they've had so much joy, and it's so frustrating because they just sit in, they're devastating on a counter, and they defend really well. They've only conceded 10 goals at home this season. They keep loads of clean sheets. So from that perspective, can't really cuss. The dark arts is there. They're pulling up for every foul. They're trying to roll around a few dives here and there, trying to piss players off. Nuno's just got them drilled like a bunch of bastards, as well as ability, fair play. And we just got done, you know? We had the ball. We didn't use the ball well enough. Do you know what I mean? Rasmus Højlund came on, not much difference there. You know, who else was in there? Casemiro specials happening, Ugarte off at half time. I think that was tactical. I'll shout out Lenny Yoro, been out for 3 weeks. He had a good performance. Really good tackle in transition. But other than that, like, this is annoying. This is annoying. I'm not fuming because there were some positives in there. There were some positives with, the first half especially. I thought, you know what? Yes, we conceded that stupid goal, or a really good goal from Malanga, but we conceded a silly goal really early. But other than that, we were all right. We were all right. But in the second half, just clueless. And it takes for Harry Maguire to come on for us to actually start flipping, getting chances, which just shows you everything about us, man. So listen, I was wrong. Hold that flex, whatever. The reason why I'm not mad is, like I told you lot before, and I said, if we do lose, as long as we have a half decent performance and don't get destroyed and embarrassed, which didn't happen. But again, losing in that manner, just with a lack of impetus up front, a lack of quality up front, is a tough one to stomach. But what can we do? The league is the league. It's shit. It's over. Roll on to City, which I still think will win that game. I still think we'll give a good account of ourselves. It's at home. Crowd will be up. And hopefully we could put it right and get a win. But just poor. Just poor again. Again, just not good enough up front. And too many stinkers in the final third for me. There you go. I'm out of here, man. Just get me out of here.